Yo, what's going on? So I know this is not a live video, but the reason for it is because I can't connect to the Wi-Fi here in Toronto airport. So I thought, all excuses are equal. I'm still gonna jump on here, do a video, share what's on my mind, share what I've learned the weekend, and hopefully bring you guys some value. So, I'm currently sat in this airport, just reflecting on what I've learned, what I've learned the weekend, what I've heard the weekend, what I saw the weekend, what I've experienced the weekend, and what I'm going to do differently when I get back home. And just wanted to share this experience which I sort of went through. And I was in the gym training in LA Fitness here in Toronto, and I got speaking to a guy who is in great shape. He wants to become a PT, currently works as an engineer. And I said, bro, I'm out here, I've got a part-time business, in the health and wellness industry. We show people how to make a part-time income. Anyone that wants to set up a secondary source of income, travel as well, learn, develop your mind, surround yourself with winners. If that's you, bro, let's grab a coffee and talk about it. So we said, yes, let's do it. And I sat down with him, and it just really hit home the situation which most people are in. A lot of people are in this situation, and just another big reason for why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I love helping people out because this guy was in his 40s, and he had zero income to put into his life, his freedom. And it made me realise that the less we have, the more there is to lose. The less we have, the more there is to lose, and that's how a lot of people feel. That's why you've heard the poor stay poor, the rich get richer because money makes money, etc. It's all a mindset thing. It's about you actually studying what successful people do and do it regardless of the feelings, and it's going to feel uncomfortable. If you never invested in yourself before, it's going to feel uncomfortable. But the difference is, if you don't invest into yourself, you're always going to be working for someone who did invest into themselves, and that's just the facts of it. And he said the word skeptical, and I said, listen, I'll be honest, I'd rather tell you the truth because, truth hurts, but secrets kill. And if I kept it a secret, I won't be able to sleep tonight. So I said, you're in your 40s and you have this amount of income. I'm skeptical for the life you're living. And I sort of just let him think about what he's been doing up to this point. And I said, if you keep thinking the same, if you keep doing the same, you're going to keep getting the same. Quick announcement. So yeah, man, I just wanted to share. If you do want things to be different in your life, you need to experience different things. You need to do different things. You need to take on a different perception of what money really is. Of what really reevaluate why you believe the things that you believe. We just saw Bob Proctor on stage, and that's all he talks about. He talks about having a paradigm shift. A paradigm, which I've talked about in previous episodes, is a multitude of habits which you've developed since you were a child. So the only way to actually change that paradigm is by doing different things, taking in different information. We're just in an Uber on the way here, and I said, bro, can you turn the news down, please? The garbage in, garbage out. It's creating the paradigm. He's like, yeah, I don't really listen to it. I was like, your conscious mind might not be listening to it, but if you're just sitting there not thinking, your subconscious mind is eventually gonna. It's how marketing works. It's eventually gonna drop into your subconscious mind, and as a man thinketh in their heart, so is he. So you are gonna start producing negative things. Like he even said, he's been cleaning his car. After everyone gets out, he's been, it just becomes who you are, and you start living in scarcity, and you start doing things like being scared to invest into yourself, being scared to start new things because you've heard this, you've heard that. That's why I just love the fact that rewind back to July 2018 when I was sat in this airport on my own on the way back, scared, not knowing what I was doing, not knowing if I'd done the right thing. Remortgage my apartment just to come on a personal development seminar and meet new people. What that did is it exposed me to what life can really be if you apply these principles, if you bet on yourself, and if you surround yourself with the right people. So I'm grateful that I went through that experience, because now I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. I wouldn't have the future which I've got set out for myself now. I won't be able to impact the people that are in my life or that I bump into without this, my own personal experiences. So yeah, I just wanted to sort of share the biggest thing which I took from Bob Proctor. There was a few, obviously, as you can imagine. Number one is it's not who you are which is holding you back. It's who you think you're not. It's not who you are which is holding you back. It's who you think you're not. And I love the sort of story of the baby elephant. The baby elephant, when it's a baby, the owner will tie a rope around its leg and put the stake in the ground. And at that age, at that weight, he can't actually pull the stake out the ground. But then, and he pulls and pulls and pulls, and he can't do it. And the elephant just makes the decision that, do you know what, I can't move this stake. But the thing is, as it gets older and older and older, it starts to weigh and become more powerful. It starts to weigh like 10 times, 20 times what this stake weighs, and you can easily just pull it out. But it's conditioned. It's not who he is that's holding it back. It's who he thinks he's not. He doesn't think that he's strong enough to pull this stake out, even though he's grown, even though he's a different person now, even though, if you wake up today and you've experienced, you're living today, your life today is a sum total of what you've experienced, what you've saw, what you've heard in the past. So you're a different person every single day. We're sort of just getting, we're growing. Or we're shrinking. You're either climbing or you're sliding in life. So that was one. It's not who you are, it's who you think you're not. And what was the other one? It was a few, man. I can pick from loads. I'd say really the fact that we're drawing off an infinite supply. It's all. There's no end to it. There's no end to your growth. We went to the top income earner within our specific company, and he was like, "Yeah, man. I'm looking at this, and I want this, and I want that." I'm thinking, yo, you're here, Ferrari, the multi-million-dollar home, and you're like dissatisfied. And he just made me think, money does not make you happy. Growth makes you happy. People are seeking growth. So that was a huge one for me. That it's infinite. It doesn't stop. It's perpetual. It's a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So I could talk again for another 10-15 minutes, but I need to get some food. Just about to travel back to Heathrow, and then really apply what it is that I've learned this weekend, and help people achieve their goals. And we're about to launch something very big, and I'm super excited for the future. So let's do it. Same time next week, 9 p.m. back to 9 p.m. UK time. Bulletproof Mindset. Subscribe to my YouTube. Join the Facebook group. I'll accept you. Let's do it. Let's build this community. Let's surround yourself with winners. Surround yourself with great people. It's hard not to become great. So whoever's got your ears got your life. Let's go for it, guys. So I'll see you next week.